Looking back at your preliminary task, what do you feel you've learnt in the progression from it to the full product? Planning. Our script was pretty successful for our preliminary task, so we ensured that our script for the full product was in a similar style. We found the screen directions particularly helpful, as they really allowed us to visualise what our audience would be seeing. It also led the way for our storyboard, which became a more visual and interactive plan for our product with the help of the directions used in our script. Storyboard. Our storyboard for the preliminary task was fairly basic, showing only camera shots, and we discovered that this was of little help as we couldn't grasp a full and accurate idea of how our product would feel, rather only how it would look. To improve on this, we added sound, timings and titling to our final storyboard using different colours for the different aspects, so we could clearly see how they fit together and complemented each other. We also used post-it notes, and this allowed us to change around the order of our opening, which was incredibly useful as we could then more easily decide how our film would work best and how it would look. Also, the editing process of our opening was made slightly easier to comprehend through the use of the different aspects on the storyboard, because we could see exactly how we wanted our opening to look, sound and feel, therefore making the editing process easier as we already knew how we wanted our film to look. Filming. Camera shots. Our camera shots for our preliminary task were very basic, and we learnt that these basic shots filmed without a tripod were not effective and seemed very shaky and unprofessional. To improve on this, we ensured that for our final product we used a variety of different and interesting camera shots and used a tripod at all times. We learned through this the control and adjustments of the tripod, something we'd not tried before, and this was overall very beneficial to our opening, as the overall look of the camera shots and framing was far less shaky and therefore more professional. We also decided to use the underwater camera for our opening and found this incredibly challenging as we were unable to see what we were filming as we filmed it. To improve on this, we did multiple takes and edited together the best sections for the final film, the final outcome of which we were incredibly pleased with. Lighting. We used only ambient lighting for our prelim task and found that this was not effective as the natural lighting changed throughout the duration of our filming time, and this was really obvious and not effective. Therefore, for our actual task, we used studio lighting, which allowed our lighting to stay constant throughout our filming time, improving the continuity of our opening. Editing. Titling. We used only one title for our preliminary task, so the prospect of using so many for our actual task was extremely